Hey, Michelle here from Sensate Soul and the Soul Translator. And popping this quick video off as I'm walking in the park with my sweet Mr. Ollie, who, if you've been following my videos, and you'll know that my sweet boy, unfortunately, over a couple of days, he's 12, but he has a condition, a rare condition that causes him blindness. His eyes just stop working. And so we're learning a whole new thing of, Ollie, this way, this way. Good boy. We're learning a whole new thing of navigating the world without one of the senses. Yeah. And, you know, he's getting by. He's doing what he needs to do, and also, whoops, dropped my glasses. And also there's a lot of shifts and a lot of adaptations that we're doing so that it can, you know, be better for him, that he is safe, and that he's learning to rely on other senses. And I mean, just down to the simplest things, for like finding his food and water bowl, and you know, getting off the bed in the morning, which of course I had to put my bed down so that it wasn't, I'm going to keep walking because he's moving. We're in a park right now, so there's no danger for him. There's nothing to fall off of, like in my home. I live on the river in a floating home, and got to be very careful there with him. Actually, now he's just chilling, so it gave me a moment to pop off this video because I want to speak about losing and finding our sense of direction. And of course, you know, this is spurred and inspired by my sweet Mr. Ollie, and I, you know, really been thinking about, you know, the kind of the metaphor of like, what do we do when we lose our sense of way? You know, what is it like for us when something changes, or you know, we've done a lot of inner work, and then our outer world starts changing because of it, or we want it to start changing because we're clearer, or simply something happens, or a realization and insights, something shifts our perspective and our view on reality. Or maybe, you know, you find yourself at a point where you don't know what the next step is, or you don't know what direction to go in something in your life, in relationships, in your business. And what I can share from this, you know, week and a half of working with a blind dog, and how it compares to, we're moving again, how it compares to what's important when we feel like we can't see where we're going. What are a couple things that we really need to do to find our way again? And here are some simple tips I want to share. And I know I've been in this place in my life, and I know that when I look back on, you know, what did I do, besides for, you know, the freak out and the oh shit and the what to do now and all of that, you know, also with the work I do as a coach and guide and mentor, you know, it's looking at when we are facing a massive change, or we want to create a massive change, what is the best way to ease ourselves into that process? And I say ease because, yeah, obviously if something happens that's pretty massive on our external world, that sometimes we just have to adjust. As a saying I say goes, adjust we must. But sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on my slowly moving boy. Ollie, this way. There, he found me again. So here are a couple tips. Let me just get right to it. And by the way, I'm Michelle from Sensate Soul. Again, I forgot to introduce myself, and I work with sensitivity and self-belief and empowerment in life and business, and specialize as well in HSPs and empaths, and what I call as empreneurs. So the first thing to do is to really slow down, to consciously make your efforts, your choices, your presence in the moment. Like just, it's really like get everything quieter. You know, you need to take some time to just notice where you are and what's going on. You need to have a time to be able to absorb a shock. You need to give yourself a moment and, you know, to be in the unknown. And that does require sometimes that we just we shut some things down. You know, we get off of social media, we mellow out our email box. You know, we take some time, we take a day, a week, 2 weeks to reassess where we're at and what's needed at this time. You know, so really just consciously slowing down and shutting down some of the, you know, extra influences like I have to do, you know, in my house. It's like there's things that have to be blocked, like stairways and you know, places that my dog could fall because he can't see. So I have to limit his space. Then the second one is tune into another sense. So like my, you know, sweet boy, he lost his sense of sight. And so now he's really having to feel his way through things. He's having to, you know, you would think as a dog he'd be more into his sense of smell, but he's not necessarily. He's also a pug, so he's got a short nose, and sometimes maybe I think that affects their variety, their power of smell. But he's really having to tune into where his body is and, you know, to sense what's around him. So, you know, taking some time to be able to really get grounded in your body and enhance one of your senses, enhance your sense of touch, enhance your sense of being in a body, in your physical space and time. You know, make it so that you're really enhancing other senses. And also sometimes that could be, you know, like increasing your perception, or you're being open to intuition, asking for intuition to come more to you because you're not quite able to suss things out on one realm, so you can ask for that intuition to come stronger, to help you, because that's another sense. The third thing here is it's similar to one, but simplify. When you are in a time where you need to change, we need to get down to the basics, and we have to simplify how we're putting our, you know, energy, like what we're putting our energy into. So the things that are draining, the things that pull you away from, you know, that are just complicating your life, even if those things could be the comforting things that we do, like binge watching, you know, when we're not knowing what to do, or we're just needing some zone out time. You know, we do need to simplify our life, like Ollie is, you know, simplified in space, but also simplified in sleeping more, resting more, and not being so stimulated by the environment around him. So keeping him on a routine is really helpful. So that he can, you know, kind of have a sense of what's happening next, a simple routine. So that's the next one. And then the last point is get a guide. You know, find somebody who is where you want to be, or is doing the thing that you want to be doing, or somebody who you feel has a certain amount of life wisdom, or, you know, get somebody who can help see you through a process that you may not be able to see for yourself because it's unknown territory, or you just get a mentor, get a guide, get somebody who can help you, because we are not at this alone. There's no point for us to do it alone. And like, I am my dog's, you know, eyes right now, and I will be as long as we're together, as long as he, you know, is alive. And you know, so I am stepping into the role of being his seeing eye person, basically, for the rest of his life. And that's, you know, we need guidance, we need support. So find somebody to help you, move through a change or move through something that has happened or that you want to happen, because we're just not meant to do it all alone. It's just not the way. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and do subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and share with a friend if you so choose, and also come on over to sensatesoul.com for more support for sensitivity, self-belief, and empowerment in life and business, and particularly for if you are an HSP or empath or an empreneur. All right, talk to you later. So much love.